What we have here is a very interesting challenge in that we have a particular budget to work with, and we had to make very specific decisions on what music to play from the film. Killer Klowns from Outer Space had at least 70 minutes of score music in it. So we are tomorrow recording 21 and a half, 22 minutes of music from that score. So I went through and tried to pick out the most interesting moments of the film that show the widest variety of musical moods from the movie. So I picked 9 pieces to play. And of course there's the iconic Killer Klowns from Outer Space March that we did with the orchestra, drawn out to 6 minutes long. So it's going to be like an epic, it's kind of like I want to say it still has that punk metal vibe to it, and with huge monstrous drums, and so I'm really thrilled about that. But as far as the orchestral aspect of the score, we picked 8 particular scenes that you'll see on the soundtrack album. What we picked, and I'm sure people that are fans of the film will recognize the music once they hear it. But you're going to be hearing it played by a really awesome orchestra. So regarding the fans' concerns about deviating from the original music, we still have that, and I still have fond memories of creating that score. What we wanted to do here is take the classical aspect of the score, the classical language, and actually have an orchestra play it. Now, will I have synthesizers play along with the orchestra? There are some very, very specific sounds that are just not in the orchestra that you will hear that will be playing along with the orchestra. There's also a giant cathedral organ that I have in my software that was used in the original score that will be in the orchestral score. Now, if you can remember the very end where everything's going topsy-turvy and the spaceship's taking off, there's very prevalent in that cue, which is called Escape from Clown Cathedral, is a giant cathedral organ. So the orchestra is supporting that giant cathedral organ, but the giant cathedral organ, just as in the original, is going to be in the new orchestral version. We also have you'll remember the famous scene where the security guard says, "What are you going to do with those pies, boys?" We have an orchestra playing that theme, but I still have a punk metal guitar playing that theme. As a matter of fact, it's being played by Jonathan Padilla, so it's played by a real guitar player. Whereas in the original, it was me playing a guitar setting on a synthesizer and then cranked in an amp and guitar pedals to get that extra distortion. So, but this time we did it with a real guitarist. Okay, would you guys like coffee now?